Hello, Robert. How are you? Stacy. Master Studies again. Marcia. Tubo okay. Huh. Hey, Marcia. When are you going to start sending me some money? You were listening to John Coltrane. Okay, that's a good place to be. What songs were you watching? Watching. What what songs were you listening to? Hey, if anybody is interested in buying a drum machine HR70, I have one here that's a year old and I'm selling it for $300. And anybody wants to buy a soundboard, Tascam, for $300. So let me know. Marcio, PayPal, por favor. Does anybody know how to say $25 in Spanish? Dinero? All right, well, let's just wait a little bit. We went to the Stone Killer today, and we did section 1 to section 6. Anybody have any questions on that? Hello, Paul, how are you? Anyone have any questions? The 52nd Street Theme. Oh, that's a pretty good tune. There's a lot of nice tunes, John Coltrane, and he was out there. My most favorite tune by John Coltrane, and he wrote it. Hi, Horse. Was A Moment's Notice, and that goes beyond the structure. No questions? Okay. Marcio. 25 de enero. Por favor. Any questions? Now, there's going to be a long journey with this Master Studies. We're basically hitting just the surface, okay? I could go further with this the first couple pages, but I'd rather not until next drum pad exercise or lesson, which will be in 2 weeks. The next 2 lessons will be on the drum set. No questions, all right. Okay, so I'm just going to review it anyway, and I'm going to loosen up. The section that I really, really enjoy, I enjoy the whole thing. But we can move on, I guess, to the triplets. You guys want to move on to the triplets? Stone Killer Part 2. How's that sound, guys? That would be page 58. Page 58. Okay, he presents the triplet in 6/8 because he's going to go a little bit further with it. So here you have triplets without accents. So instead of counting the triplet as 1 and 2 and you're going to count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, or you just want to count 1 and 2 and. Now the reason why he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you look at section 4, you're going to have 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So it's actually to get in tune for counting that way. It's going to help you with the next sections. All right, so let's go on to section part 2, section 1. That's page 58. Now I'm going to count these in triplets. And again, he has the triangle. And I explained why he had the triangle. You know, for guys who are just starting out or don't have any endurance, you know, all that good stuff. I mean, you know, it's just that when I went to him, because I've been playing for a long period of time, when I did go to see him, we just did triplet vamps. And that's all this is. You're expanding or you're extending the triplet vamp. So, I mean, I could actually skip the whole thing. Okay, page 58. I could actually skip the whole thing and just do a triplet vamp. 4 measures with the right, let's do that. 4 measures with the left. But when we get down to the accent, we'll do the same thing. Let's go to, say, let's start about 82. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. 4 measures. 4, 2, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, right. Notice the dynamics. Four, 1, the crescendo. 3, 4. All right. Now it's nice to practice with the crescendo because what you're doing, you're starting here 1, and you're going to gradually build to this. So you've got to make the decision how you want to present that. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Okay, that's a pretty simple one. Just 8th note triplets with the vamp. Let me just put it up a little bit. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, no crescendo. 2, 3, 4, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now do that without the accent, okay, for 3-4 minutes. Just an 8th note triplet vamp. You could use crescendo. You could play it as forte. Or mezzo forte. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Or pianissimo. 2, 2, 3, 4. So on and so forth. Now just sit there and get a timer like I have right here and set it for 5 minutes. Now don't hurt yourselves. Take a nice comfortable tempo at whatever it is that you find and do it for 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever you want to do. The next section is the one I'm really after, is the accent on the first stroke. 1 and the 2. Look at the level in here. Down, tap, up. This is more commonplace. And the 2 and the 3, 4. Left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I'm just doing one measure. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But notice how I down, tap, up all the time. That gives me 1 sound for the accent, 2 sounds for the remainder of the triplet. Ah, come on, left hand, don't cramp up. 1, 2, 3, 4, pop. We understand all this, guys? And we'll go to section number 3. So we're actually taking 3 parts of the triplet. We're playing it without an accent. We're playing it with an accent with the first note of the triplet. And then section 3 is the last note of the triplet. Any questions? Hello? Okay, let's go. This is a nice one. When I'm moving it, I'm shifting the accent to the third note of the triplet. 1 and da, 2 and da. I'm going to play the Stone Killer the way he presents it here. He has it 1 and da, 2 and da, 1 and da, 2 and da, 2 and da, 1 and da, 2 and da, 1 and da, 2 and da, 3 and da, and okay, good. I mean, these are really good exercises. And actually, if you remember the table of time that we did, I didn't give you a combination of 3s and 6s. If I was doing 3s, as right equals 3s, 1 and L equals 6s. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. It's actually half. You see that? How it all works out? Okay, so now Stone Killer Part 2, Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Now, I like to combine them all. For example, if I'm going to do one measure without the accent, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the second guy, I'm going to play the accent on the first note. 1, 2, 3, 4. The third one, 1 and 2 and 4 and Now, on the fourth measure, we're going to do a 4-measure vamp. You're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so I'm combining, okay? I'm combining number 1, 2, 3 as the last measure. You have 1 and okay? So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Do we understand that exercise? Do I have to write that out? Do you understand that combination exercise? I'll write it out and send it to you if you need be. This is the first way. 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4. Left hand. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Section 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 2. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, so on and so forth. Then you do 4-measure vamps like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, My left hand is stiffening up. I apologize. And then you combine them. This is the 4-measure vamp. 1 and with the combination. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and Do we understand the 4-measure vamp with the combination? We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and that's a good exercise right there. Combined them. Let's go to section 4. Now we're not going to go back to these until next drum pad exercise. We might hit on the vamps because it's in the stick control book formulas, referencing from the stick control. You understand? All right. Now, a few ways you want to practice section 4. Section 4 is in 6A. We're going to do the tree, the triangle rather. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. You understand that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now you're going to do the triplet. 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, no accent. 1 and 2 and 3. That's an important one. You guys understand it? 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Then you got 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. That's line 2. Line 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th line. Any questions on section 4? Bing, gob, doo, bop, bop. But I do miss the drum set. I'm so sick of practicing on the drum pit all my life. But hey, gotta do it. Do we understand this? Section 4. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. 1 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. Now I am doing this in 3/8 as opposed to 6/8 because I'm thinking of the triplet 1, 2, 3. So each section, like line 2 of section 4, would be one, instead of 1, 2, 3, I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 again. 1 and 2 and 3. This is half of that. Now you start doing your rudiments. 5-stroke roughs, 9-stroke roughs, 11-stroke roughs, 11-stroke rolls, so on and so forth. Now you can do these in doubles as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However you want to do them. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with this right now. That's a lot of work. And we're going to straighten out the flam. Okay? Now, I taught the flam a certain way. That's because there's so many people just don't understand what a flam is and what a flam is about and what's the purpose of a flam. Well, the way I teach it in the beginning is if it's field drumming. See that? Now, what's the object of a flam? It's to make the note sound fatter without width. Okay, now, if you're going to go, we're going to go into the stick control book as well with the flams. Now, if I'm doing in the half-stroke position, all right, I got to do a flam like this. We're going to get into that very much so, okay? Now, I'm doing a lesson next time I go onto the drum pad here with Stephen Foster's algorithms. I was talking to him, and sometime in the future when we can, he's going to be here and he's going to do a broadcast from his book. And also, I'm trying to get in touch with Jeffrey Johnson. Stacy, what is your next lesson with Jeff? You see, Jeffrey Johnson's family is up here. And occasionally he goes to visit them. And I'm trying to get in touch with him. I lost his email. So I'm trying to get in touch with him, and he will do a show explaining the level system. So we're going to do separate broadcasts, one with Stephen Foster and myself, and the other one with Jeffrey Johnson, Jeff Johnson, and myself. Any questions so far, guys? I'm telling you, I do give you a lot of work. I don't know how you stay with it. And if I don't give you a lot of work, I feel like I'm cheating you. And I don't want to feel that way. But now that we have most of the people in here, I made the announcement in the beginning of the lesson, okay? I have two pieces of equipment that are for sale. I have an HR-70 drum machine. I'm going to put it on Facebook in a couple weeks, but I figured I'd give you guys an opportunity if you wanted to purchase it. Now the HR-70 is about $400 brand new, and I'm letting it go for $300. It's only about less than a year old. All right. Well, that was yesterday. Can you email him and tell him to contact me, Stacy? And then I want to get rid of my soundboard, the one I used to use for this. That's the Tascam. That's $450. I'm letting that go for $250. So if anybody would like to purchase that, I'm giving you guys the first pick if you want it. If not, I will put it on Facebook. Well, that's it. That's a lot of work. You can work from the previous lessons, Paul, but it's still a lot of work. You know, and it's a lot to absorb. See, everybody doesn't, they get one thing and they forgot the other thing. It's difficult doing this. You see, there's nothing like next to me or one-on-one doing a lesson. Now, Seth has been taking some Skype lessons with me. And what a total improvement, because I actually see what is not right or what he could fix or change to make it better. And he listens and he does it. He has 1,000% improvement already. Okay? All right, then send me his email, okay, Stacy? I appreciate that. Okay, now I haven't contacted, hey Paul, I haven't contacted Mike Lewis today, but he just had a pacemaker. I guess it's the same day procedure, and he was here yesterday, so maybe he's just kind of recuperated somewhat. Okay, so I'm going to talk to him a little bit too. He's going to be coming for drum camp when we get it, when we have it. Okay, so you know, wait till we get into back to the beginning of Joe Morello's book. All right, you know, the eighth note with accents. We're going to do it with fill-ins, and we're going to do all of them. I took out the time to write everything out with the sticking, the accents, and the levels. So keep working on that. The stronger you get that, telemarketing, the stronger you get that, the better the lesson will be when we do the fill-ins in the beginning of the book. I have to tell you something because the phone rang. It reminded me of today. Hold on.
You have been charged
Here you go.
And your credit card. If you have not made this purchase, then press 1 connect to Amazon refund department to cancel the purchase. Thank you.
I get that phone call 4 times a day. I press the button to get off the calling list. That just phone call just came, and they still call me. These people are like pieces of garbage. I got a phone call this morning, about 9:30, quarter to 10, and it was actually somebody from my credit card company. Now, on all the credit cards that I have, I am totally current, and I have never, ever been late. This one's telling me I have a late payment and I'm behind 2 payments. Okay? And she wanted me to send her the money to a certain company. And I said, whoa, you're out of your mind. So the credit card company that she said she was from, I called them, and they said they have no record of anybody calling me. What a scam. These people have nothing better to do than to scam people. Then, I'm not a prejudiced person, and I don't make fun of anyone. I'm not like Joe Biden, you have to speak Indian if you go into the 7-Eleven or whatever he said. But sometimes I get phone calls, telemarketing phone calls, actually from India. And these people speak so fast, I had no idea what he said or she said. After you get 10 or 15 phone calls like that, you get pretty upset and you get pretty nasty. So I usually take my phone, I disconnect my phone during the lesson, and I'm sorry I didn't do it now. But, well, there was a scam a couple times that I got was, it's the IRS calling. The police will be back in your house in 45 minutes to arrest you because of back taxes you owe. I said, what are you talking about? You owe taxes, I said, okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that the police will be here in 45 minutes. This gives me a chance to go buy some pastries and put the coffee on. What is this? Scam City is right. And I can't stand it. Okay? I even got scammed as far as I'm getting all this email from all these good-looking ladies. And I said, whoa, I'm a married man. I don't fool around with my wife. And somebody, this is really ridiculous. I guess it's somebody who don't like me. Somebody took the photo of me from Facebook, gave him my email, okay, and put me on a dating site. Well, I get these calls from like that Amazon, and the only way they can refund me my money, like I just got now, is I let them take over my computer. I said, there is no way you're going to take over my computer. I said, you want my address? Send me a check. I'll tell you. I mean, it's just, it is nice, Paul. That's, you're pretty cool. You're pretty street smart. Anyway, I don't mean the bullshit, but you have a lot of work today and yesterday. Keep practicing. Really get into the beginning of the eighth notes with accents, with the levels. All right? Because that's coming up next drum pad lesson. And we're going to be working come next Wednesday and Thursday from the stick control book formulas. Okay? With the vamps, like we're doing from the Stone Killer. So work on them really hard. Don't try to develop speed. Okay? What you want to do when you're playing those vamps, you're doing a 4-measure vamp or a constant vamp, get your bass drum on 1, 2, 3, 4, your hi-hat on 2 and 4. So you're not going to be using the 4 rights and 4 lefts. You're just going to be doing that vamp over and over and over again. Well, you're lucky you didn't get shot, boy. That's really sad, man. You know, all these drug dealers are fighting over their turf, and innocent people are getting shot, and especially little babies. That's so sad. Now what? Oh boy. Come on. Hold on. I gotta wear a different shirt next time. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up. If I get this off. And there you go. We're gonna see everybody next week, Wednesday. Well, bad area to loop, you know, it's still, people are getting shot. The drug dealers are having turf wars, and innocent people are getting blown away. And that's sad. All right, anyway, any questions? If there's no questions, have a good time this weekend. Practice. If you do have any questions, please email me. I've been to Chicago once, never again. I love New York City, nothing like it. And New York City's starting to become the same with the turf wars. People rioting for no reason at all. They don't know what the hell they're rioting about, man. You know, you could protest, God bless you, man. Protest all you want. But to be you know, looting and busting up people and throwing rocks at the police didn't do anything. Of course Chicago's a great city. And a lot of good people come out of Chicago. And like it's the thugs are the dealers. Stacy, don't forget to email me Jeff's email, okay? I appreciate it. Any questions? Marcio, are you there? Marcio. And still listen to John Coltrane. You'll develop. We're going to get into explaining to you how I listened to learn it to. Joe Smith. The audio wasn't good. What are you talking about, Joe? Is anybody having any problems with the audio other than Joe? Okay, my microphone is on now. Can you hear me better? Is that an improvement? This is a clip-on mic, okay? And when I have it off my shirt, you know, at the end of the lesson, you're not going to be able to hear me. Can you guys hear me right now? Okay. The audio has been good all the time. If the audio is not good or the video is not good, I think you got a crystal clear picture here or a crystal clear video. If the audio is not good, please, in the chat, tell me, hey, Matt, the audio sucks. I'll fix it. You know, these computers are tough, man. They kind of go out of sync by themselves. All right. Is the audio okay tonight? All right, you see? Joe Smith. There you go. All right. Donations are, accepted. All right. So if anybody wants to send a donation, I would appreciate it. And again, I have two pieces of equipment that I'm selling: an HR-70 drum machine and a Tascam soundboard. If anybody is interested in purchasing that, email me. We'll talk about the price. If you buy the two of them, the price is. Everybody have a good weekend. The price is negotiable. Okay, guys, have a good weekend.